Welcome along to the Gfinity Arena here, nestled in the heart of West London and home to the Elite Series, where heroes are made, dreams are broken, and the action is always exhilarating. Now, we are 2 weeks into Season 2, and I tell you what, this new format has really upped the intensity even further. If a team get 10 rounds, they will get that bonus point. If you win the map, you get 2 points. Just one map this time around.
Whoever is the second pick will choose the map.
Knowing that it's one map, it's do or die.
We could see some crazy results.
Everyone goes down! 16-12 as they close it out, and ELM is going mental. Imagine the odds as well, 100 to 1 probably. This man is inhuman as he rips his way through it all on J-Cam. Aaron goes huge, it's a triple. Down on the angle, we'll get the speed. Oh, no! Oh, opponents. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Zed's looking crisp right now. Csgo finds the headshot to get max. It's absolute lunacy, the amount of damage this man can do.
It's definitely spices up the league system.
Right then, so here we are. You have got the players just behind me. You've got Excel warming up. Jackie, get over here. The casting genius that is. Let's talk about, for the viewers that are just joining us at the moment, match one today. A real slobber knocker, Reason versus those boys, Endpoint, who hadn't been defeated. What were the highlights for you of that match?
I think Max on the T side, right? Constant entries. He was an absolute machine. That's what we want to see. Beginning of the season, he was looking a bit like an average Max, but now he's building it up. He's definitely in mighty mode, popping everyone. It's beautiful to see, right?
Even through the smoke as well. Beautiful scenes, but yet the extensive lead that Endpoint had didn't last.
It's very true. They were able to let it crumble away towards the end. Obviously, Reason, they brought it back. Interesting stuff for the Danish side. Obviously, revitalised themselves towards the end. I think you've got to give a lot of credit to Haste as well. That tactical mind overpowered the Scouse Superman and Imi, unfortunately.
The Super Scouse man. I'll tell you what, the way you said crumble reminded me of Mary Berry. Love your work. Listen, we'll catch up with Jackie in just a bit. I'm going to walk over here past the players' tunnel to meet my main man, Snods. Now turn around because we need to talk to this man here, right here, Snods. Yes. Let's talk about match 2 that we had, Prophecy against Epsilon. Some delays in terms of transportation, but they didn't delay in terms of the frags and
obviously quite controversial. Do you fly yesterday in terms of Friday, get here fresh and ready, or do you have a bit of a jet lag flying today? And obviously a bit of a layover. They got a bit late, but eventually they did play the game. So they won 16-7, I believe it was, versus the Prophecy side. And the thing to note as well for the Bulgarians is they haven't got a point just yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen. I'll tell you what. Let's walk along.
You come with me?
Yeah, I'm going to walk along with you. Then I'm going to say goodbye to you. I can't stick around.
Good, yeah.
You hang around and talk to the likes of Neil M and Aaron and Mick, and I'll leave you there for a second.
Have a good day.
Because I'll have a good day. We'll have a good day. I've had a great day with you, but anyway, it doesn't matter. What do you mean have a great day? He's been working with me all day. But nevertheless, let's chat to these two gentlemen. SEO Harold wearing his blazer now to hide that birdie shirt. Listen, gentlemen, the match that we just watched, it really was one heck of a contest. I mean, it went toe-to-toe, back and forth, and Method got that victory in the end, didn't they?
Yeah, it was a heck of a slobber knocker. I feel like we need to use this word as much as possible, because that was a slobber knocker. Like, there's no denying that. It was an absolute slobber knocker, and Method came out with the win, so props to them.
Yeah, indeed. And how did you find it, Harold?
Well, you've got to admit, Envious had a great game. They played their hearts out, and it's definitely an improvement from what we've seen before. However, it wasn't quite enough to defeat Method. We know there's a lot of skill there. If you want to beat them, you have to be on point with the team play. You have to be on point with the skill, and it just wasn't good enough.
Okay, gentlemen, and what do you expect to happen in our last match tonight? The players are getting ready at the moment. Excel taking on Infused, the best of the UK going head-to-head. That's what it says in the script, and that is what I'm going to say, Harold.
Clearly,
we've seen Endpoint lose.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I think it's going to be a cracking game. My prediction, I'm going to keep a secret for now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Keep that.
Yeah, I think it'll be a cracking game. Like, Infused from last week, we're expecting quite big things from them, beating Envy last week. Excel, they need to, start their season. Like, they didn't win last week, they didn't win the week before. They need to get points on the board. Okay, well, listen, I'm going to reach across, just go fist bump to you. Thank you very much. Owned it. Listen, today's earlier matches gave us some great moments of heart-stopping, high-octane action, but there's even more to come. Our next match features Team Infused, a team that gave it their all last week in a thrilling feature. I mean, it was a feature, it was a fixture, everything happened that sent out a warning to the rest of the Elite Series teams.
I'm excited to get into the action. This does sort of favour Envious overall. Should be a good one. Infused get the opening pistol. Aaron going huge there.
Come on, keep it up.
It's another round for Infused. 6-0 now as Infused come out all guns blazing. 7 rounds on the trot for Infused. These aren't close rounds. A lot of them have been dominant. 11 rounds back-to-back. Envious get round number 1 on the board. Strong defense from Envious. This game should be over by now. Fry in close range, gets the opening kill. Pulls back round. Fry, the second. He's doing the unthinkable. Fry rips his way for everyone. Surely not like this. Fry! Everyone goes down. It's going to be a clean sweep for Infused. 16-12 as they close it out, and ELM is going mental.
So there you have it, a fantastic performance from Infused last week. Let's have a look at Excel's lineup tonight and see what is in store for us and who is going to play here. Now, we've got the team there, gentlemen, you know, picking out the experts. I'll tell you what, it looks like there's some Photoshop been done on these boys, aren't they? Looking a little bit younger, a little bit sharper.
No, they always look at them. What do you mean?
Windansky, I don't want to cut his head off.
They're about 7 feet tall.
They do. I tell you what, both coming in with a new haircut as well tonight.
Yeah.
Who stands out for you in this team, Excel?
So originally I'd probably say Luzzer. However, they've made a slight change in the last week. Luzzer's no longer the primary AWPer. Okay. So traditionally I'd say him because he gets a lot of entry kills, that sort of stuff. So I'd probably go with Connor now. He's the wild entry frag. We've seen him during the end of last season. He was popping off. So ideally I'd go for him.
Okay, and what about yourself, Harold?
Oh yeah, you've got to agree, Connor. Excellent performance so far. His entry kills are insane. Sometimes the feed is just filled with Connor. But I'm going to stick with my man, Luzzer. He is a very, very strong player no matter what. He's an emotional player. He always wants more, so I'm sticking with him.
Okay, and gentlemen, when we look at their opponents tonight, the team that beat Envious last week, not the only UK teams who have beaten Envious, but they definitely started the trend. I mean, who stands out for you on those gentlemen right there? Is it Mick, who seems very cold in that picture? He's got his hands right under the armpit to make sure he's getting the maximising the amount of heat. Yeah.
Since he's from Scotland, which is probably cold. So
probably cold. Have you never been?
Probably. Yeah. I have been to Inverness, but that's about it.
Yeah, haven't been. Been to Wales though, that's cold, so that'll do. I'd probably go with Fry, to be honest. Like last week, he's a big reason why they won. There was a 1v4 clutch, which I'm pretty sure we'll talk about a bit later. But he has to be the standout man from last season as well, so I'd pick him. Okay, so I'm just going to do this like a teacher. I'm just going to go, there he is. That's the guy we were talking about there, Fry. It was a beautiful clutch moment from last week. Do you want to talk about that off from memory, or we can probably watch it again? But what stood out for you from Fry? So, he was having quite I wouldn't say a quiet game. Like, he was regular by his standards, maybe not as good as we have seen from him, but he was doing enough that was needed from him. Like, Aaron, this game was popping off compared to him, and that was fine. However, when it came to, having to perform to his standard, he did it. Like, this is a 1v4, I believe it was like 14-13. Huge round, and he had no right at all to win this round whatsoever, but somehow he did it. It's incredible. Yeah, indeed, and it really stands out. Now, he had a beautiful moment last week, but I tell you what, let's talk about Aaron for a second and what he achieved last week.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron is never someone you expect to stand up. The performance he brought out last week is pure passion for the game. That was insane. I mean, you can see the stats here. The Season 2 average, okay, on the right-hand side. The left-hand side, Aaron so far in Season 2. Average kill per game, 27 frags. That's insane. His average, I mean, evidently there's only been 2 so far, but to have 27 kills average over 2 games is crazy. 105 ADR, and you compare that across to a 74, that's a kill every single round that you can rely on. That is an insane stat, and Aaron, as the leader of the team, it inspires the rest of them, especially when you've got young players like Dancy. It inspires them to step up and play well. That's incredible. Yeah, indeed. You need a couple of players on your team with stats like that to potentially win the Elite Series, or would it take 3 players playing as well as Aaron? I feel like it's not that required to have one person always standing out. If you have an overall good team performance, chances are you should do well anyway. Like, having one person stand out doesn't always guarantee a win, whereas having 5 players do above average would more than likely guarantee it. OK, and are you expecting an exciting match here? I want to tell everybody wherever they are right now that they are up for a brilliant match tonight. Are we saying that, Essia? I would definitely say so. I feel like XL prepared If I was Jackie, I would say this is the UK Derby, but as I'm not, I'm going to say it's the UK Derby.
Thank you very much. I tell you what, thank you very much for joining us, because a guy that never fails to deliver, he's a man called Boaster, and he's with the delightful Lottie right now.
Boaster, looking good, new haircut. Where the curls gone? Because curls get girls, don't they?
They do. I don't get any girls anyway, but yeah, I'm feeling good.
You're feeling fresh for this new game.
You know what I say, like, if you're feeling fresh, you're going to play fresh. I better play good today, otherwise that just comment is irrelevant.
I'm sure you will. So talk to me about the mood in the camp right now. So how is everybody after the 2 defeats already this season?
Oh, we're absolutely divine. We actually don't let it affect us in any way. We just keep grinding through it, because we know that one week, this is the week by the way, we're going to perform and we're just going to ride that wave, you know?
Yeah,
victory.
Absolutely. And also you're playing a fellow UK team. Does that give you more incentive to win?
Oh yeah, you always want to beat the fellow UK people, because you're all online, like, giving it to each other, you know? So you want to make sure you're winning.
Absolutely. So what can we expect from you guys play-wise? Let's get a bit serious now. So you've come back, you're improving on things. What have you improved on?
Headshots. We'll be doing a lot of that, hopefully. No whiffing. We can guarantee that. Extra strategies. Oh, we've actually mixed it up a little. Let's hope the fans realise we've changed some roles around and see how it goes, really.
A lot of practice gone into it as well this week?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Jake took time off work, Thursday and Friday, and we were drilling CS those days. And then on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we just did the normal prac hours. Practice, by the way, just in case, like, no one...
Practice, guys. That's Boaster's definition for you. And Infused. So what do we know about this team? Are you prepared to take them on?
Oh, yeah. When we're done with them, they're going to be called Unfused.
Oh, I don't know if any of them heard that, but that was
giving it.
Savage, absolutely savage, Boaster. Well, I'm excited to see us. You look ready to go.
Oh, I'm so ready. Get me on there.
Get you on there. Well, we will get you on there. So, Tom, this is from Boaster. Back to you.
Back to you, Tom.
Right then. So you can see Excel warming up. Windansky, a very thoughtful pose there. A little finger waggle as well. Why not? Just setting out his settings. You got Connor there as well. Boaster, giving it the big talk, and I like that. He's lost the curls, so no more girls. Jay-Z Walkins would appreciate that. Girls, girls, girls. Girls he does adore. Listen, when he talks about Unfused, big talking there, and also Jacob becoming the AWPer as well. So we're just waiting for the captains to come down. We've got Neil M and the main man joining as well. So look, we've got, it just feels like a squad. We've got to talk about these socks from Boaster. Boaster, show me those socks. Boaster, show me those socks. Thank you very much. There is a man who knows a thing or two about slaying. Listen, let's do this. Now, down here with Excel and Infuse and basically Adjudicator. He's got the coin ready to go. Now, no pressure, but Josh really struggled earlier on. You're not going to muck this up. It's a simple job.
No, of course I'm not.
Of course he's not. Perfect. Here we go then. Neil M has called Tails. What have we got there?
Left Tails.
Okay, so what's going to happen?
You veto first.
So first, veto.
You take the lead here. Cobble, yeah, we'll veto Cobble.
Okay, yeah, it's still there. It's available. Cobble has gone. Neil M. Cobble's gone.
Inferno.
Banning Inferno.
Go on, you just take it, Ross. You know it. Cash. I think we'll go cash.
Cash money, yo.
Overpass.
Overpass. Cash. Inferno. It's gone. Cobble. Just the last ones left.
So you got Train, you've got Mirage, you've got.
If you can't hear
Nuke.
Jake's saying he loves every single one of these.
Nuke's still going, is it?
We love a bit.
We love that, man. Suppose we'll ban Train, I suppose.
You made a call.
Yeah, Train. We'll ban Train.
Train has gone. So left with Nuke and Mirage.
Play Mirage. Play Mirage. Bad Nuke.
Ban Nuke.
Wow, for a moment there, I genuinely thought Neil M had left Nuke, but it hasn't happened. So there we go. So Mirage is there. Gentlemen, I'm going to ask from Infused. You heard strong words from Boaster saying, you know, unfused, but are you with it tonight? And that is a classic Boaster. So listen, you've got this map. How are you feeling about it?
Very surprised that it's Mirage, personally, but that's a good map. I mean, it should be a close game.
Perfect. All right, listen, and Ross over there, you seem like you had your tactics sorted, but just neither of you wanted to call it. Now, IGLs normally have to call the shots, Jake, so is this going to be a bit of a confidence? Are we seeing your style tonight?
Ross's first time up on the stage, so I thought I'd give him a little limelight. It's normally quite quiet.
and obviously coaching those boys up there, they need to prove it, need to get the points on the map and start playing well.
Last 2 weeks Jake messed up the veto, so I thought I'd come down and give him a hand.
Listen, there we go. Listen, the map has been decided. Essay, what do we think about this one?
I feel like it was kind of a given that Mirage was coming through, to be honest. Like, the players knew it as well. So I'm looking forward to a bit of a feisty matchup.
OK, beautiful. Gentlemen, thank you very much. They can start getting ready. The map is locked in, and the captains have chosen their battleground. Will it be the Red Army of Infused that will be celebrating? I'm doing a link! Unbelievable! Listen, who will be celebrating the victory tonight? Or will the Boasties cheer the XL lineup to their first win of the season? Stay tuned. Right then, you join us in the Gfinity Arena. Our fourth match of the day is about to get underway with XL taking on Infused. The British Brawl is about to begin. Who will have the bragging rights? Who will have the bruised egos? Gentlemen, who do you reckon is going to win this one?
I'm going to have to go with Infused. I feel like they're probably more prepared. I saw Neil and Zed doing some notes in the crowd during the earlier games, and I just feel like they're overall very prepared for this situation. OK, the
preparation is there for Infused. What do you reckon, Harold?
I think, as well, Infused have the upper hand here. They have the momentum going forward. They're all confident. They're ready for the game. So I am going with Infused.
To Infused over here, I'll get off me old seat. I'll take a walk over here to my two casters, Snods, Jackie. We've had some beautiful CS today. We're going to see more of the same with this match, but who do you think who's got the edge for this one?
Yeah, it should be a good game, Tom.
Who do you think has got the edge?
It's been a long day, especially for you.
Thank you. Who do you reckon's got the edge for this one?
Infused, they're full of good men. They're strong. You know, they've got good morals like me and you.
Yeah.
They're very lovely people.
Yeah.
I feel like they should be able to put up a good fight, really come in a lot this hard. I mean, this is basically a battle of the ages, right? This is the last time we saw them play this map. Was it all in a bit topsy-turvy?
Yes, I remember
Nick
that.
let them down the final few rounds. It crumbled away. There was a massive comeback from XL.
Yeah.
Everything's come together today for what should be a good game of CS.
Thank you very much. And also, point out, we've got a very noisy XL team up there. Boaster, they're very jovial, they're joking. You know when things aren't going well because the noise in here...
Exactly. So they're one of the teams where if things are going well, they're shouting, they're screaming, they're all fired up behind each other. And it seems like they rally off of a good play. If a player has amazing clutch or something, it really fires them all up. The problem is their communication really does lack. Their play overall becomes so lackluster, I guess is the way to put it, when things don't go well. So need more consistency.
OK, and finally, Snods?
Infused.
OK, there you go. It's a clean sweep for Infused. I'm going to be backing my boys XL. But
Obviously.
Lottie, where are you right now in this magnificent arena?
Well, I am here with Surreal from Method. So Surreal, we just saw the veto happen. Got a fan down there. We just saw the veto happen. Now, who do you think is going to be taking this one based on that veto entirely?
I think XL's going to win. I just think they have a bigger map pool, more chance to get a map that they're better at. So I think XL.
There you go, XL. Got a big fan down here, Surreal. And why do you think they're going to win? Just the bigger map pool? Are we seeing more skill coming in from them rather than Infused?
Not really skill-wise, but I think they put more time in on the servers. They have more strats ready, and they just put more time in. So I think that's why they'll win.
Love it, love it. And who do you think is going to be the key to this victory in XL?
Probably Lazar, just because he's the upper. He has to have the impact to get the first kills, give him the early round leads.
Fantastic, thank you so much, Surreal. So shout out to Lazar, shout out to XL Gaming, and we'll be going back to you, Tom. Oh, we'll be going back to Snods and Jackie, actually. Sorry, boys.
It's actually contractually obliged to say Jackie and Snods.
Yeah,
he's
you
the
come
part.
first. Yeah.
I'm the main mask. So come on.
Mask?
Yeah. I'm like Jim Carrey, bud. You put the mask on. That's how I get in character.
Jim Carrey, bud. Fair enough then. Anyway, map will be Mirage. Cheers, Tom. And obviously, everyone seems to be thinking it's going to go Infused way.
Yeah, I think so. Infused, they've been looking good. Obviously, the first contenders from the UK scene to take down Envious last week. That was a big showing. They did fall short against XL the last time we saw this exact matchup. Now, a lot of things have changed.
Yes.
There's no Red Snake. The James lad is gone.
Love the guy, great guy, but you have to say, right, statistically the worst player in the Elite Series.
By far.
By far. And one of the issues is, for a team like Infused, right, when you're playing off of the non-tactical, very high skill level oriented style of CS, the problem is when you have one player who's not really performing, dropping 5 to 10 kills every map, suddenly it means that Fry and of course Aaron, they really have to step up an extra gear, even if they're delivering 25 kills. Sometimes it's simply not enough.
And Boaster, screaming, of course.
Just a knife round.
It's the mating call, the normal Boaster, alerting any active females out there. But yeah, I mean, it's been looking good. Obviously, we've seen a lot of great stuff coming out from Aaron statistically, as we saw earlier. He's been really locking it down. And that's been massive performances across the board. Aaron has always been talked about as one of these very, very effective players. Back in the days of 1.6, he's always had good showings. No matter what position you put him in, Aaron is calm, cool, and collective. And that's what we need to see them on your screens right now. Obviously, that reflection there. He's buffed. He's ready to go.
Yeah, crazy as well. 27 kills average per game so far in the Elite Series. If you can keep up that performance, it's going to be very hard for XL to try to topple that. Then again, XL, well, I was going to say the old iteration, the exact same team. Season 1 version of XL loved Mirage. One of the reasons was that they were able to bring up the double-up setup. If you remember, the CT sides, Connor towards short and Lazar towards middle. Obviously, there's that joke, or, well, rumor, thing going around that maybe Lazar isn't the main AWP anymore. That could be true. When you think about all of the highlight players Lazar has, a lot of them are with the AK.
Yeah, it's true. He is an artist with the AK. When he throws the clip in, he does slay from far away. It's always been good to see. But right now we're talking about pistol snods. As we're jumping into the action. Infused will be your CTs. XL on that T side. Let's see what they're going to go for.
XL winning the knife round and starting on their T side. Questionable. Obviously, you want to go hard and fast with confidence. If you remember, they did the exact same on Cash, but they started on the CT side and they lost very heavily. And they said, we wish we started on a T side. You get warmed up, and then when you flip over to defense, you're raring to go. When Dansky line up the window smoke, I imagine they're going to try and fake a mid-take. Actually, 3 players maybe going to go towards underpass. Boast has a smoke towards window. Let's see how this unfolds.
Is that the window smoke that you set up for?
I'm not quite sure.
It looked like the connector smoke.
You can smoke window from outside B. So the question is, what are they doing?
Yeah, it looked like when Dansky's going to go for the window smoke, Boast are going to go for the connector smoke there.
Maybe even a short smoke or something like that.
They could then try and take late control towards
right.
Yes, the smokes do go out. This is nicely done, actually. This could toy with Infused if they're unsure. And they are stacked quite heavily towards B as well. You've only got the one rotate right now. Aaron undecided in what he actually wants to go for. Boast are trying to sell the fake. He's pushing in, but he gets domed. Mix takes him down. Aaron with the timing could be huge. He gets one, but Lazar shades it back.
4 versus 3. Now they march up through connector. Fry one alone towards that A side, but he's all you need. Probably the best player in terms of performance from Season 1, but eventually will go down. 3 versus 3, and they have the CT.
Yeah, the Irish infantry going straight in. Connor wants to try and lock it down here. He's got the CT angle down. He will get one. That's Dance. He's losing his head. He's ready for more as well as he'll peek round, but Zed will dispatch him. Tries to get the follow-up frag going. He is tapping down, but Lazar's too hot to handle. Windansky for the final kill as well. XL this time around will get the opening pistol.
1-0. The smart connector play does pay off. If you remember as well, they said that Jacob has taken 2 days off work. Thursday and Friday. Nice guy. Does do the sacrifices for the team. And what that means is they said they brought in some new strategies, some new tactics, and there you have it. That's one of them. Smoke comes out towards connector, smoke comes out towards window, allows for safe passage through underpass, and from that they get in towards connector, and of course swarm the A site. 1-2-0 though. XL going to be going up for the 3 SMG buy, 2 AKs, and for the side of Infused, Dancy's of course the AWP not going to be buying up, but apart from that, a full force buy across the 4 other players.
Lazar taking the slower poacher here, obviously armed with a rifle. If he can get those early entry frags, he will be quite pleased with himself as he is actually beginning to just hold, isn't going to overextend just through yet. Expecting potentially a push to come out for Infused. If they go for an information play, he can stub them out early.
Yeah, typically as well your AWPer would buy the SMG, so maybe that's alluding to the fact he's not AWPing anymore as well. Nevertheless though, the window smoke from Windansky case, he's trying to find the lines. Actually, this is a different smoke than last time, but it is the window one at that. So, smoke comes out towards window. Should be a mid-take here from underpass and top middle.
Jacob getting that underpass control. There's a Deagle in play, and it's in the hands of Aaron. Normally he can be very naughty with a weapon, but he will be forced to fall back as the smoke comes out towards close connector. Obviously a molly on short as well. A lot of map control being taken by XL right now, and they're not being contested for it. They're being given it completely for free.
Connor now can take contact towards short. There's 3 players towards B from Infused. The issue is, though, is it enough to hold off this aggression?
Oh, they're getting ready to try and take that short control as they want to push their way around. I actually want to go for a bit of a fake here, though, as they begin to back off immediately. Jacob must have realized the A site is very open. They don't know it's fully clear as there's a player lurking close CT. That's going to be Fry as well. He can be a nuisance if he gets off a lucky frag, but they're going to hear those audio cues as the push is coming in.
Infused now know it's the A site. Jacob does manage to catch off one. Goes for the peak as well towards Kitchen, trying to see if he can get any more for his name. But the bomb is planted, front triple, it's planted from middle, but actually out there, the nice deagle.
Oh, Aaron Deegan down and takes out Conan, that's a huge impact. Frag Windansky needs to trade it back, does do so, but it takes a lot of effort. Luckily, all the kills will eventually go in their favour. Jacob coming with a headshot on Zed as well, so the SMG is maximising cash in the round, and Mick is left just with a measly CZ. We'll find the headshot on Jacob, though, as he double taps down. A little flashbang as well to re-peek out towards the A site. Ooh, Lazar gets dinked, but he doesn't quite finish him.
2-2-0. Not really a costly round as well for Excel. They lose 2 players, but obviously they did get the bomb down, and it was versus the full force buy. When you're playing versus an eco, if you lose 2 players, then that's not really ideal. Nevertheless, Jacob once again on the MAC-10 and Boaster on that UMP. So in UK Pro League, Jacob is known for his MAC-10 play. Similar to Hadji on Envious. Very good at jumping around the corners, landing those mid-air headshots and abusing the movements mechanics.
Oh, look at this as well, talking about unorthodox. A straight out push comes through. They're actually finding a couple of little frags here and there as well. They got down to just 2 players on the side of XL, and Fry's the remaining man. If they don't kill him here, he could recover a weapon. There's always potential when it's Fry in a clutch situation as well.
He's an AK though, finds a MAC-10, there's an AK in front of him. XL know exactly where he is. They've planted for short, which is surprising considering they know that Fry one was just there.
Ooh, timing could be absolutely awful here. He's giving his position away. Connor knows he's close by. He will push through. Connor has the angle. It's an easy headshot there. But look, 2 players remaining against a full eco snodge. Can't be having that.
The bomb was planted as extra cash. Then again, $800 doesn't really amount to the same as 3 weapons. Now, once more into the buy rounds. It's going to be 3-0 as XL took the pistol. And now into round number 4, the buy will come out from Infused. Orb onto Dances and good money as well. So, good utility as well. Usually, just be able to afford a smoke, but obviously gets those kills with the USP, means he can afford some more grenades. UMP once again for Boaster, as they are lining up the smokes once again. Let's see if this is something new as well.
Smoke some flashes going over as they are slowly making their play in towards this B bomb site. Nice little smoke there as well.
Oh, wait. So there's a lineup you can do where you can spam car from where Lazar is right now. Imagine if they
went for the spam.
Yeah, I think that's a bit too... Oh no, they are actually trying it. But then again, I believe that smoke has failed. One of the issues is when you bring so many new tactics, obviously, sometimes you might forget a smoke here or there.
There's always the chance for that high failure rate. As they are setting themselves up, though, what appears to be a late round explosion in towards the B-bomb site. They still have utility over as well. Jacob is setting up a smoke, so interesting to see where that goes down as everything will fly out instantly, setting ablaze to the bomb site. Mick needs to go massive as well. He has a prime time angle to try and rack up these frags, but Zed will get the opener. There's the trades, though. Windansky and Lazar, as they unleash hell with the rifles, they have secured site control.
Versus the old Infused. Used to be the B site on the CT side that was very weak. It was Red Snake and MCK. And what would happen was Red Snake would always fall back towards bench or would fall back towards Forest, or people call it Weber in the UK, if you know what I mean, left side cubby of bench. And then MCK would always play under window or towards short. And the problem was, every team knew this. So when they did their executions, they'd smoke off the shot, but they'd jump out, they'd kill Red Snake, and the site was theirs. Seems like it could be the same scenario here with the new addition of Zed. No trades, a lack of cohesion and a setup there towards the B site from Infused on their defense. Will grant a 4th round, and you can probably hear Boaster screaming away. But again, this is what we mentioned before, hot or cold.
Yeah.
Right now they're hot. They're screaming away, their communication is firing. The problem is, it's always what happens when they start losing and the calls go flat, the team speak becomes quiet, and people aren't making suggestions.
You see the tumbleweed blow past
yeah, basically.
in the TS. It's all gone wrong. Straight back into the action, though, obviously. Jacob needs to go for the on-the-fly window smoke. Where's that land? Oh, it is. Very nicely thrown. Oh, it bounced off Dances, actually. He's been able to get close out through window, but he didn't actually block it fully. Mid-control could be interesting. The connected smoke has the gap in it, so Dances can try and go for the play. But Flashbang keeping him blind. That could have been a massive opener if he did connect the shot.
That's an incredible flash as well. The fact that it flashes interconnected like that from top mid. Dances holding for the short push. We'll find the first gun to Con. MCK towards CP, holding for the aggression. Boaster is blind, but there's no peek yet from MCK.
Boaster just waiting it out with the AK in play. He's going to try and hold the angle. Could spot out Dances, gets him, takes him down as well with a wallbang as he was trying to get back through to head over towards that B bomb site. That could be a free AWP in their hands if he wants to grab it for Luzzer or someone to develop this. But Aaron, also very close by, playing in jungle. Luzzer is going to try and tiptoe through the smoke here. Second guesses it.
Now Aaron has to hold 2 angles. I believe MCK would have heard the jump in from Boaster. Needs to be wary about jungle and, of course, connector.
Jacob making the play in as he will slowly make his approach for into the bomb site. Are they going to know of the location of Fry near under? He gets him. Jacob with a very swift response there. Luzzer looking panicked, but luckily Jacob is leading by example. That's 2 massive impact frags for him. Both are going to get the headshot on towards Mick as well. It's all up to Zed.
1 versus 3 has the kit. Most likely looking to save here. He's going to be wasting time, hoping that someone from Excel will try and clear CT. But this is a very slow start for Infused. They're going to go 0-5 down on the CT half. And what this means is they're going to be eco into the next round. Or actually, they may even go for a force buy. They're going to get 3.4k, yeah, save into the next one, and then by round number 7, they'll have a buy. The problem is they're going to be 0-6 down potentially, Jack.
Yeah, they can get themselves into a huge deficit very, very quickly if they continue on in this fashion. This is nicely done, though, by Excel. A whole lot better. You can see that strategy definitely come into effect. So Mirage was one of those maps, though, that I bet you remember. The amount we used to see them play, even domestically, those CT sides.
Yeah, I was about to bring this up.
Pretty.
During Season 1 of the Elite Series, if you remember, disregarding the final week when they played versus Infused,
yeah,
they averaged, and in the Premiership as well, they averaged 3 rounds per CT side. And simply put, that isn't good enough. Usually,
it's not.
They're getting 10 rounds on their T half, and then things crumble as soon as they swap over to the defensive side.
If you offered me 3 rounds on a platter snods, I'd tell you to take it away. I'd say take it back to the chef. I don't want it. It's undercooked.
What would you want instead, mate?
I don't know. More. 6, 7 rounds? Yeah.
9 rounds is what you would want on your CT.
Exactly. A good half is what I'd require. So XL going to go for the technical timeout as well. Obviously, an issue has arose. This might actually give some time for Infused to just chill out a little bit as well, get the stress out of them, shake it off a little.
I'm not sure if they can talk during the technical pauses.
They can just chill out, those snods.
Breathe.
Yeah.
That was...
As Jakey said.
Yeah, exactly. And drink water.
Yeah, get yourself some H2O. Obviously, Mick there, refreshing himself. He's going to be nice and liquid cooled into the next round.
Aaron there, calm as ever. Unfortunately, Neil M isn't, jumping around screaming.
Well, it's very true as well. I mean, Neil as a character, obviously, is one of those things that takes it very effectively. He's a very emotional person. He is one of those coaches that he's about getting loud, he's about screaming. But if there's nothing to scream about, he's just going to sit there and look a bit sad.
Do you remember the montage of Neil M? What is it? What game was it? Back when their trials in Season 1. It was Inferno. Who were they playing versus?
He kissed the wall.
He kissed the wall. That was on Cobblestone.
Yeah.
But the one where he kept having the face palms, his head in his hands, and the size. Do you remember?
Vaguely, yeah.
Oh, dear. Do you remember him kissing the wall, though?
I do remember him kissing
I do remember him kissing the wall.
Classic Neil M,
Classic
of course.
You let him off the leash and...
He starts kissing walls, anti-strat and envious, all sorts of shenanigans from the Murphy.
God knows what happens after the cameras are turned off. Round number 6, though. 0-5, and actually another buy once more. Obviously, Zed saving the M4. He can drop over another rifle, and they can go for the FAMAS buy because they're 3.4k. This is very, very risky, though, Jack. If they're going to continuously lose these rounds by lacking the AWP, they're going to build themselves up a big, big deficit.
It's very true. Not going to be... Ooh, Zed as well, with a crispy opener as he lands that shot on Luzzer. That is very effective. Quite dominant stuff there in the opening seconds of the round. That's already going to put a dampener on things. They need to try and slow it down now. They can't go as aggressively as they have been in the previous rounds. So XL, obviously... just going to have to just try and taper off a bit.
This might be really, really like a small point to pick out, but Zed's throwing I don't want to say a bad smoke towards B apartments, but a smoke that goes too deep.
Go on, mate. Criticize him.
Some AWPers, if they see that smoke, they'll push it.
Yeah.
And they'll go for the peek, because what you can do is, there's like the door frame, you peek up, you play the pixel angle, and you can catch them on balcony. Hashtag the more you know. Anyway, though, considering that they've changed AWPers, I doubt we're going to be seeing anybody take advantage of that. Cheers, Nods.
Cheers. That was good, mate.
Yeah,
I'll write that one down in my little book. Keep note of that. Jacob, trying to see if he can go for a play. It's actually Windansky that gets the opener, though, and trades it back into a 4 versus 4. This now favours the T's as they do set themselves up towards this B bomb. So short control is in their hands.
Fast rotations, though, from Dancy's. Aaron, and of course, Zed as well. 3 players from the Infused side to hold the line.
Oh, Connor and Boast with a double entry. It's all on Zed now. Let's see if he can do too much. Spams away with the M4. That is the bomb down. Doesn't quite get the second frag, though. Fry's left in a 1v3. He can be the clutch master. But is he ready for a round like this?
If there's anybody you want in this scenario, it's going to be Fry. 1 versus 3 is the kits. Flashbang. The issue is, because Infused have lost so many rounds, it's better just to save. You have 3.4k round loss bonus. So, Zed can buy next round. Dancers can buy next round. Fry1 could drop over an M4. That means MCK could have a rifle as well. Now I could go on to what, UMP maybe FAMAS? So they can actually still buy into the next round, but you can see they're lacking the Molotovs, the flashbangs. Yes, they have smokes, but when these pushes and these executions come in, they have no incendiary grenades to hold off the aggression.
It's true. An awkward spot to be in. XL actually getting through using essentially the bare minimum of the utility they had to use in that round. Didn't use more so than they needed to. So their economy is going to be building up quite healthily. It's going to be interesting to see what the answer is going to be really for Infused. They need to switch things up soon. Nearly a 16k across the board, 11k on every player on that side of XL. 5 rounds on the trot.
And the reason being is, you saw the scoreboard there from Infused. Player with the most kills, Jack, is on 4.
Yeah.
4 kills, 3 kills, 2, 2, and 1, I believe it was. And when no one's killing anyone, that means there's no money being taken out of the T economy, and it's able just to build and build and build.
We haven't
like building blocks. Okay. So obviously trying to restructure their attacks here now on the CT side and get a lot more information how they're playing it, not just be completely starved for info and then have to try and play for the late round retake, is what Neil seems to be saying.
Yeah, this is the thing which Excel do. Even last season as well, they go for the late mid-play where they wait a good, what, 30, 25 seconds, then suddenly the window smoke comes out, the flashes rain in, they take control of middle late. The issue is, how are Infused going to capitalize off of that? Are they going to go for a B-apps push? Are they going to try and take control of Palace? That could definitely work. How many times have we seen players from Excel taking control of Palace and using that in their eventual takes? Anyway, where are we going to see the CT aggression here? Neil M says they need information, and he's not wrong. But where are they going to find it? Is it going to be towards B or towards the A side?
Their buy is very, very bad as well. So obviously they do have the M4 that was saved on Friday. They don't have too much to work with. So it's going to be a little bit hard. That's now the 6th round that was grabbed as well of the previous one for XL as they set themselves up. Ooh, are they going for a D4A?
Oh no. Fry1's going to be in front of the flashbangs as well.
Oh, this could be absolutely awful. They're going to have the smokes raining over, then charging towards the site. Obviously, you've got the entry from Windansky as well to sideline things. They're playing on the close angles. They've only got the pistols to try and support each other. This is going to be a bloodbath stuff. They're going to be running straight into the meat grinder.
The flash is raining, but they're going to be too far ahead. Let's see, Fry1 towards under balcony. Is he going to be able to mow them down?
You can see the panic now. Aaron as well with the Deagle in hand. He needs to try and connect those close range shots. They're forced out from under from the volley. Very smartly played. Boaster with the entry. Windansky as well sends Aaron off to the Burns ward. They're making it work out. Mick and Co charge in. They want to go for the swift response. Mick unable to do too much as Windansky will dome him. Luzzer or the follow-up frag as well. And it's all on Zed. What can George Bear do? He's getting out the tags, but he couldn't quite convert into the frag. Team Infused looking like Team Confused right now.
He had CZ kit armor, so I don't really know what that buy is. Maybe half.
7-2-0, and you can see these strategies in play from Excel. They have the, this is the thing, right? They had their executions last week, or the first week, Jack. But if you remember how poorly timed they were at being cohesive, you'd have Molotovs thrown too early, smokes thrown too late, and now it seems like those Molotovs were perfect. They lined up the smokes, waited for Windansky to get in position towards Palace, and the smokes and the Molotovs were all so well timed. Anyway, here comes the double setup, isn't enough.
Oh, dances with the initial opener. Windansky and Luzzer trade it back already. The rifle skills absolutely on point for the XL side.
That's his teammate.
This is ridiculous.
Oh my goodness, everything's crumbling right now for Infused on their CT defense. They're unable to hold off any aggression towards middle. They get 1 kill, but instantly trades go twice in the favor of Excel. 4 versus 3. 1 minute 20 on the clock, and the bomb is once again towards T-Spawn. And Excel are going to be resetting this. They can go and try to go back for a execution. Smoke comes out towards window, so now Infused are expecting a split.
Let's see how they adjust this setup because of this as well. Obviously, XL playing it smart. They know they have the one-man advantage into the round, but they still want to try and play it slow. 1 minute left on the clock as well as they will set up. They have the smokes to work with. They're going to dry here. Looks like they might just be walking straight in. It's going to be a contact peek from Zed, as he will scope in. Oh, lose his head as well. Luzzer, he might not have an AWP in his hands, but he's still sniping down everyone.
4 versus 2. This might even be a save here. You may as well save. You can drop the 2 M4s into the next round.
To be honest, mate, I'm not infused with how they've been playing so far.
Infused?
Yeah, but you know, like enfused, but like spelt with an E. So like infused, like happy.
Yeah, cool. Cast it, mate.
He's pushing his way in. Going to try and see if he can find the frags, but Jacob will get the opener. Mick will trade it back, though, as he gets one. Flashbang will slow him down for a little bit as well. So not the best. We'll repeat. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place, though, as Connor has the rear. Just how he loves it, as he will be waiting out for this push. Mick just stuck in position right now. The smoke will go down, grabs the AWP, wants to go for the save, but surely Connor should find this.
Wants to salvage the MVP, but Mick's not known as an AWPer. 8-0.
Any rounds.
Oh, Luzzer's pumped.
I know. Don't give him any rounds.
Cheers, Joe.
Cheers, Joe. There's only space for 1 curly head on that team.
Yes, exactly. Well analysed. George looking absolutely broken there, the Infused side. They pumped every last bit of dosh, bit of wonga, bit of dough they had into that previous round. But it didn't work out, Snods. They've been left still with nothing in the bucket. 0 rounds secured.
Got pots and pans, as some would say. Once again, Excel playing very passive towards middle. The aggression towards ramp happens about 8 rounds too late, which means they have information. But again, when Dansky has the AK, gonna watch them fall back and they're not holding the rear.
The timing is absolutely awful there. When Dansky can strike, gets one nearly with a follow-up frag as well. But he cuts his losses, will back off, isn't going to reface on that one.
Oh, Lazar, here's the step from Zed, I believe. Zed is low. Still 8-0. Infused going for a quasi-bike, Kevlar and pistols. But it's going to be 5 AKs inside of Excel. No AWP bots out just yet, and it seems like they don't need it. They're going for these heavy execution plays. The AWP just slows everything down.
Still just wasting the time right now. When Dansky finally going to go for the smoke towards close window. You can see mid-control has been the entire thing that XL have been doing this whole time. As soon as they get mid-control, they are able to win rounds off the back of it. That's all it's ever been. And Infused cannot contest that.
Still, though, these pistols can work at magic. We saw in the last game. Crazy rounds won by these CZs. And they have Kevlar as well, so if they get a kill, they can pick up the AK and still do damage with the backed-up armor.
Aaron, the only player towards the A-bomb site, and it seems like A is going to be the late round attack. Obviously, Lazar towards B. He's going to meet the stack that is there and just try and see if he can pick off any of the players. Aaron does actually try and find the opener. So Lazar as well with the wallbang on Fry. Aaron cannot get the potential peek going, so the wallbang's going to come in. Bolster another frag now as he puts him down. Zed and Mick still dubious to see what is actually occurring towards this B-bomb site as they know Lazar was there.
There's the AK. Not the AWP, and it seems like hashtag Imi was right. He was the first one to say that Lazar should be a rifle. It seems like on the rifle, he carries forward that skill he has with the AWP. And the only issue is, when you have the AWP, sometimes you can be scared to make plays or you can be more passive with it. When he has the rifle, it seems to open him up.
Thing is, it was a massive investment every time they wanted to try and go for those double AWP setups because they had to try and force them out. XL would get left in scenarios where they could never get the economy to stabilize the style of CS they wanted to play. Now you're only looking at 2,700 every time they need to try and get that buyout, and Lazar's still finding the frags.
How are they going to structure this one? I believe I had a player from Infused saying they're going to push mid. The issue is, that's what XL want. The reason you play a slow mid take and you wait is because you're waiting for that push. And if that comes in, you've got 2 players holding the angle, and they should be able to take that duel. Tactical timeout now from the boys in red.
You guys need to crunch together, though.
Mid-crunch could work, actually. So the idea is, what mid-crunch is you have a player towards window. Sometimes...
Guards, right?
Yeah, same thing. Anyway, 1 player towards connector, 1 player towards window, and 2 towards short, or 1 towards short. And the idea is the player window does the window flash, the player towards connector flashes over, and the player short flash as well. You do 3 flashbangs, and you all peek simultaneously towards middle, and you catch the whole of the T's of guard in mid. Problem is, it's very hard to pull off, and if one person's counter flash, it can all go wrong.
So it's very easy. This whole round they're building up, Snods could crumble away before them. As Infused have shown, they know nothing of the crunch currently. They've had nothing but a day trip to the crunch. Every time they get to the actual crunch, it doesn't work.
Been left in milk too long, there's no crunch left.
Gone soggy.
Exactly. Soggy plays never really deliver. Oh, look at the play from Excel as well. They're completely giving up middle. They're going to go for the A take, and this is exactly what's going to counter it.
Oh, did they go for the normal smoke though? They haven't thrown a smoke towards mid-window, have they? Or did Nansky pop one? I didn't see if they tried to...
He has no smoke, so he probably has.
Yeah.
Do you know he has it? So it's just a telltale sign.
Let's see how they read it. They are actually still playing too close towards connector. It's still only going to be at most 3 players close response towards that site. If they get the entry on Fry, it could be big, but he's playing the close angle, hoping to see they're not going to clear it. They run straight past. Connor, what are you doing? But somehow Connor wins the fight. He should have been taken down. That's ridiculous. Aaron and Zed peeking up, though. They are working well as a duo, but Lazar just goes huge. It's a hat trick from Lazar. One after another. He rips their heads clean off. Dances his left absolutely miles away from the action, Snods. What is occurring?
Ross, the coach from Excel, jumping in joy there as he sees firsthand the play from Lazar. I'm looking forward to seeing the replay of that because 3 crazy kills towards stairs, gets the player towards connector, player towards stairs, and whips it right round towards the player CT as well, I believe. Or maybe jungle, who knows? Best we got, guess we're about to find out. This is ridiculous, Jack.
Yeah. I don't know what really can say about this. XL just outbraining the opposition in every scenario. They're just winning these rounds. This is definitely working, though. This no AWP side setup. just not getting the AWP out on Lazar, allowing him to play freely with the rifle and go for those more audacious peaks. It's looking well.
So, VP, 1 or 2 years ago, one of the things they used to do was they argued the fact that you can play 5 rifles. The argument against them, here's the play, 1, 2, does he whip it around? Or through the smoke? That's nice, but the argument against it was you become one-dimensional. Exactly. When you become one-dimensional, the reason being is, what happens if executions don't work for Excel? What do they fall back on?
Yeah. But the thing is, maybe they have that consistency to go with. They can throw the AWP into the mix if they need to. You know, we've seen them do that in the past. They go for that double AWP setup. There's a lot of structural changes they could try and throw into the mix.
I'll tell you what I'll say. I think they're better off playing 5 rifles. The problem is, I think it reduces their peak, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, the optimum ability they could have with Lazar's potential AWP openings. But right now, definitely on a domestic level, it's working against another UK team.
And it will do. The only issue is for these players, they want to aspire to be greater than just beating UK teams. Anyway, though, Boast once again gets the exact same angle drop. This time it's not Dancy's, it's going to be on Aaron. And we've seen it time and time again, Jack. Man advantage for Excel.
Yeah, this is so uncharacteristic of either team, really. Windansky as well makes his play towards the A bomb site. Obviously, they will. All right. Shoots at Jacob a little bit there. A bit of a love tap to try and get the team ready to go.
Get back to work, he says. Round number 11.
It's that Warcraft 3, mate.
1 minute on the clock. Molotov comes out from Fry. Got the backup there from Dances with the AWP. Zed here with a great push towards B has all the information they need.
Yeah, this is very true. The underpass control he's gained could be massive if he actually slips in behind Lazar here. Boasted with another kill coming through, though, as he punishes Mick. I'm not even sure where that was. Lazar finally goes down. Zed can go straight into the action, but short control was there. Connor had the angle.
Yeah, Bomb's going back towards T-spawn. They're going to leave Boaster alone, but actually he doesn't even need to be left alone, is he?
Words.
Words are difficult, Jack. And so is Counter-Strike, apparently, from Infused.
Yeah, very true indeed. I mean, XL right now looking to aspire to get their 11th round right here at this point. They've secured the B-bomb site. Dancy's as effective as he can be in clutch situations up against this firing on all cylinders looking XL. I don't imagine he can win the 1v3.
Especially because he's at the wrong site as well.
Exactly. He's not there.
Exact same scenario we saw in the last one. Dancy's last alive saving. Why is Infused struggling? There's a reason. The reason we're so surprised is because, let's face it, we all thought Infused were going to win this. We had 4 out of 4 predictions in favor of the boys in red, especially after last week's performance.
It's the Red Army. But, you know, it's cool, man. If that's what you want to go for, well, boys in red.
Yeah,
it doesn't really work.
Yeah, no, Red Army, I don't know. I think the worst one was, you know, Radix.
Yeah.
Hashtag fear the blue.
Yeah, not sure.
That's awful.
Yeah. I'm quite scared of the colour blue, so...
Fear me.
Yeah. Oh, Dancy's will get one, but there's a trade back. Windansky as well. They can probably grab the AWP if they want to, but I imagine from what we have seen, they're going to leave that, stick with this 5 rifle setup.
Did he just try and harmonise into that?
I don't know, mate.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
They just look broken. I think this is the quietest we've ever seen Neil M as he tries to heat up his lips.
Can't even look at the camera as well. Oh, dearie me. Usually, Neil loves the limelight, loves the attention. But right now, can't even face the camera and the lights. 11-0, round number 12. 5 AKs once again from Excel, and so far, you wouldn't change it. There you go.
It's a nice little boost, mate.
Zed might go for the same aggression. Flash comes in. Lazar's caught off guard.
He does fall back, though, so Lazar not actually going to get caught off. Will he clear the angle? Surely he should be aware the push has come out, so he gets the first tag out. Zed doesn't even find the frag. It's Mick that straight up wins the duel. This is better. Initiative on display now. Aaron with the underpass push as well. So you kill Jacob. You get a 5 versus 3. They finally have actually been able to knock the stabilizers off XL.
Finally, weakness showing from Excel. Could have been the pause. The double push towards B. Towards underpass, and of course from apartments, catches 2 players off guard. Lazar and Jacob fall, and Lazar being one of the 4 runners in terms of getting Excel to this 11-0 mark. But let's see, Connor towards connector. His dance is going to be caught off guard, he gets split out.
Ooh, Connor with a bit of an awful peek there. Looks like he wants to try and reface it and run the risk if he can, but Dancy's actually keeping him pushed back. They don't really have the confidence to go for this. They can just do whatever they want into the round, though. They have so much money. They can reinvest round into round, so it's not going to matter if they actually lose this one.
They've walked through the short smoke.
Ooh.
MCK expects so they finds 1. It's going to be the 2 versus 5 now. They know exactly where Windansky and Connor are.
The thing is, this is better from Mick as well. This is what I expect to see. He's known for being incredibly crisp and just running rampant with a rifle, but we haven't seen that at all. Finally starts to get some impactful frags coming out. Windansky secured site control as well. He slipped in, but can he find any kills to actually get him a little bit more to work with? No, Aaron will take him down. Connor trying to make the play work. Connor with a spray. Close but no cigar as Fry will take him down.
That kill as well would have been crucial. The reason being is if you have 3 alive, two out of the three remaining players can drop for the two that died. If you have 2 survive, only 2 drops can be given out, which means we would have been seeing 4 M4s and a UMP or a FAMAS or a CZ.
A much weaker buy.
Exactly. That one kill could come back to haunt them. And finally seeing the open Jacob, so it is actually true.
Jacob, going to be interesting to see what he does. Obviously, no more that supportive role, but right now pushes straight out, does get the opening frag. Aaron, obviously not expecting this. They haven't seen an AWP this entire matchup. Finally, it comes out.
Oh my God.
Jacob's they've got shot control. Mick has to back off. This is so weird.
And they can slow this right down. Bose has had so much success towards this position. Boosted up towards short, outside CPL. He's just going to wait and wait and wait. He's expecting a player here. Holding for the cross towards short, but instead, this time MCK is towards connector. Flash comes in, goes for the peak, spots no one.
Mick is still just waiting as well. Hoping they might try and backtrack, go for the connector players, obviously. They have no reason to do anything. Oh, Dancy's with a power play.
Infused into formation, and this is the play.
Oh, flashbang over though. They will be ready for it, but no one's exposed just yet. Connor wins the fight as well, as the angle was a little bit more so in his favor. He didn't fully extend round. He had the support of his teammate as well. This just opens it up even further. They now have 2 players of a deficit on the side of Infused. Oh, there's the trade back though, as Mick will find the headshot on Connor, but he's just getting absolutely annihilated from Windansky. Fry can be incredible in these scenarios, but surely he can't do enough to bring this round back, as he will find the headshot, and as the bomb's dropped, he is smoked off as well. He's still going for the spams. It's going to be a 2 versus 3 retake once that bomb goes down. Windansky does scare him off though. They go for the short plant.
Yeah, they can plant for middle. It's planted exactly for Boast. He's going to play headshot angle towards connector. 2 versus 3. There is a kill on Zed, but look at the lack of utility. This should be another round from Excel, and it's going to be the reset round as well. They have to save.
Yeah, they need to. If they don't have these weapons, they're going to go through with a broken buy. They'll only have really pistols and a tad of upgrades to work with. They're not going to have anything great in their arsenal. They're still going for it, though. They're running the risk as they charge in. Frag goes down. Zed follows suit as well. And Boaster forgets his shout-out.
What did he say?
He tried to scream and then panicked and forgot what he wanted to say.
I think he was about to say something not very nice, mate. And he cut it all. Cut it off. Yeah. For the greater good.
Of course.
Of course. For the Boasties fans.
First time I've seen Fry look anything other than just normal as well. Sad now.
Of course.
He's learnt emotion.
How do you feel? Normal.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well, we lost, so.
Hey, we won. Yeah. So.
Push coming straight in, obviously, because they did lose those 2 firearms. Still unsure why they just decided to go for it. Maybe frustration or desperation, but still left with a very broken buy. They only have pistols apart from Aaron, who's on the UMP.
I think it was the latter there, Jack. Desperation. You're 1 to 11 down. You're in a 2 versus 3. To be honest as well, a 2 versus 3 retake's one of the best scenarios they've been in. Yeah. Usually it's 2 versus 5s or dances in a 1 versus 4. So in terms of the numbers, so far it hasn't really been better than that for Infused. Regardless though, round number 14, and the reset comes through for Infused. Going to go for the late mid-tick again. They're probably going to split B off of this, and from that, this could easily be a 14 to 1 half.
Back for the old Fateful as well. The smoke's going to be coming in as they block off mid-window. Try and get that locked down a little bit early, as they actually are setting up what appears to be an A site take though, just with a fake towards mid. I don't know if he's going to fall for this.
Fry towards Sandwich, dances towards connector, and actually Aaron going to rotate towards jungle or that B site, so they're actually anticipating a B play. There's a poor call, because instead Excel are opting to go towards A.
They have left CT wide open in this scenario. The thing is, Fry's in a good angle. It just depends what he can actually get away with. He can be naughty with the Deagle, though. Yeah,
this is the problem you want, like a silenced M4 or a 30-bullet M4 would eventually be taken down.
You miss the first shot, you basically miss your opportunity there. He will go down. Connor as well, up behind Dances. Will get a swift headshot as he removes him from the equation. Ready for one more as well. Mick going to run into his crosshairs. Everyone being removed very, very swiftly. So it's only Zed remaining. He's trapped now, just sitting by window. Time is going to boil away. We were left with XL with 13 rounds.
1 versus 5. And there you have it. We mentioned before the 2 versus 3 being one of the best scenarios they've had.
Yeah.
So, Zed, going to try and...
Can't quite reach it. He's tried his best, bless him. He's not really got the forearm length to grab it.
Corn socks. Trying to go again. Is he going to go for the AK? Actually, the bomb blast will probably throw it to him.
It might do. It's going to be a little bit heated in there. Oh, he will find the kill, but he's forced to fall back because the Molotov is going to hold his ground. But surely this is where Windansky gets the kill. Sprays over the top of the smoke. Windansky whiffs it. They couldn't quite see him, as you said. They grabbed the AK. Zed might actually get away with a very effective save.
Congratulations. You've saved a gun.
He was balling since a baby, Snods. They could see it in his eyes.
Exactly. Something, congratulations.
George looks broken, though. Zed absolutely livid. at this point.
Oh, Post Malone lyrics, not my forte. Anyway,
I'll let you off, mate.
13-1. Last round of the first half. And we love the easy ones, don't we?
Yeah, very true. I mean, XL looking like they want to close this down. I mean, if they win pistol, it's a good night.
1-2, good night. Anyway, fast up short once again. They do have Windansky there toward Palace, but they're not going to need him just yet.
Oh, Mick looking actually very swift into the rounds. He gets a sexy little shot off, takes down Connor, ready for more as well. Aaron will deke down Luzzer, though, as he begins to fall back now, wants to try and play from a close angle as this push will come through. XL actually not in the driving seat for once.
Man advantage for Infused, finally. They have some presence into a round. But it's so late into this first half. They lose it 14-1. It is as good as done, Jack. Regardless, there's still chance. Jacob finds Dances, and now the battle actually goes again in the favor of Jacob, as it does turn this into a 3-3, but the push towards B apartments from Zed should mean it's an A, but actually they're going up short.
Ooh, this could be awkward as well. They might fall for this incorrectly and read it as an A push. If they tried to continue on with the short control, it could have been massive.
It depends how long they take, because Zed could come behind him with a typical George Bear lurk, as he used to be known for.
It's true. They have slipped their way in. Obviously, Aaron's on the side. Aaron peeks through, but he doesn't get the frag, but he's now given his position away. Connor and co need to find these frags. Jacob will actually fall as Aaron connects the headshot towards him. Another frag comes through for Aaron. It's all up to Windansky. And the Irishman himself run rampant enough to pick up this round. He's got nothing to lose and everything to gain as he'll sprint in. Will he find these frags? Spam towards
God.
Grab the ball. B is open. They've given him B control for free, Snuds. What is occurring here?
Ooh. Oh, he's got the slip in as well. This is getting really out of hand. They fed him the opportunity to go towards the site. He's planted for short, not going to go towards short. Spots out one player. Oh, gets the tag, but not quite the frag. 13-2. At least they managed some rounds, but then again, it's all Excel going into that second half.
Well, they've doubled their rounds at the end here, so that's good.
Brilliant. Yeah, 50% extra into the second half.
As they do get those 2 rounds to play with. If they lose the pistol, though, they are still basically out of the game. If all 3 rounds go through here and XL lock it down with a massive opener, that's the game done.
It is indeed. So, question is, can Infuse fix things round on their T half? How will XL do on their CT half? But before that, I think Lottie's got something for us. Oh. I was told that.
Nice, mate.
Oh, it's me. Sorry about that, guys. Hello. Hello, Neil. So, well, there's one thing I can say about this game so far is welcome back, Team XL.
Yeah, finally.
What's going on in this game so far? I mean, Infused aren't having the best of starts to this first half.
No, I think, like Kaya said pre-game, XL are just way more structured. I think Infused base a lot of their stuff off of being able to anti-strat teams, and they've done it last week with Envy, but they haven't been able to do it. They haven't seen XL play Mirage, and they're just absolutely dominating them.
And what are XL doing in particular, do you think, that are making them so powerful in this game today?
They're just playing as a team. They're using their flashes. Every time you see someone die on Infused, they're caught out of position, they're blind, they're getting shot in the back constantly. They're just playing perfect CS. So if they can keep that up, they're going to win. But
okay. And putting on Coach Neil Zeno's hat, what do XL need to do to shut this one out?
Not crumble. They just need to take the pistol. And even if they start losing, take a pause. Please take a pause if they can hear me. Like, that's all they need to do.
Please take a pause, guys, if you can hear Neil, because that's what you guys have to do to win. Yeah. Thank you so much, Neil, for that little insight. And I will get this right now, so it's back to you, Jackie and Snods.
Oh,
finally.
There we go. We're getting the branding good all of a sudden. Good.
Do you want to take this one away?
Sure, mate. I mean, is there much to say?
Not really. That's why I asked you to start.
They've got as many rounds as there are us at the desk, so that's good.
Nice one, 2 at that, yeah.
Yeah,
managed a couple of rounds, but apart from that, it's not looking too good.
No, it's not. It's not really, is it? It's like
Here we go.
I can't even think of a vaguely terrible. Yeah, there's just nothing there. It's just abysmal.
I've got nothing left.
I've gone fully in Beal, much like Team Infused have at this point.
Well, they got 2 rounds, so they got maybe something left. Who knows?
Yeah, a trick in someone's sleeve. They need to dig in there and find it soon.
The thing is, they're starting as well on the weaker side. Usually expecting more rounds to be won on the defensive.
Oh, that is true. But XL, they've been seen to struggle in the past. You know.
Then again, Jack. Consistently, throughout most season 1, they averaged 3 rounds,
and they only need
exactly.
So
they need 3
come
rounds.
on, boys. You've got yourself 13 chances to get 3 rounds. Now here's looking at you, Lazza. Let's get it.
But so when you look at it on paper, when you look at the numbers, they've won.
Yeah, it's very true. Statistically, they've locked this game down. It just depends if they can keep it up when we dive back into the action, and you never know, Snods. See, that's the thing about Counter-Strike. It's an even playing field. It can go either way.
I can't hear what you're saying. Someone's screaming over the mic.
It's very, very, very aggressive behaviour there as they get themselves ready for this opening pistol. Let's see if they're going to be able to lock it down with a massive opener. Obviously, Infused now on that T side. What are they going to go for?
Hopefully something a bit more zest, a bit more outrageous and outgoing than we saw on their CT half. Took them, 8 rounds before we saw some aggression on their CT side. So when things are flipped over and switched to the terrorist side, how are Infused going to fare? They need to win 14 rounds in a row if they want to win this one.
Zed, the opening smoke, as he's going to let it bloom straight over. They want to try and go for this play. Boaster in the close range angle as well. Ooh, they actually might have a good setup to defend against this initial push. This could go terribly for Infused, but Boaster whiffs. Does find one frag, but Fry's already got the double entry. They don't know the location of the corner. Why has no one checked this? He can deny the bomb plant. He's struggling, but eventually will get the kills off. This is uncharacteristic of Connor as well. Goes down to Zed. It's a 3 versus 2, but the bomb is not planted. Jacob with the HE going in as well. What is this pistol round?
2 versus 3. Luzza and Jacob, but Jacob has no Kevlar, no kit as well. Gets the dink, and that's about it.
Oh, if he gets the second frag, it could be ludicrous. Jacob, oh, he takes one tap. He goes for the reload, doesn't know his location, finds the headshot. Somehow, he leads by example. The in-game leader wins the unorthodox battle in the opening round. That's the pistol. That could be the decider right there.
They should never be winning that round. 2 versus 3 retake, and they have no Kevlar as well. Somehow, someway, Infused miss every single shot. And Bosa said before in the interview, there's going to be no whiffs, and he wasn't wrong.
It's very true. Looking a whole lot better now. They're back on their home soil, playing Mirage once again.
This is the thing as well. They kept banning it out last season. They had such a poor performance, and now it seems like they're revitalized.
They've given it a good iron. It looks good.
Yeah,
like a nice
iron
shirt.
out the creases, yeah.
They've got it all going well for them. Buys do come through though, 2 SMGs, an MP9 on Jacob, you got the MP7 on Windansky, the rest from the re-rocking, the Famases. Let's see if they can find their highlight clips into this round though, as the play will be coming straight through. Infused invested everything they could into the round as they don't want to run the risk of letting XL get match point.
5 versus 5, the bomb is being planted. Let's see how the retake will go. Kits for the CT side and Molotovs, but actually, eventually Windansky will find one. It's going to be the man advantage into the retake, and all they've got is CZs and a Galil.
Oh, Luzza coming in once again as well as he gets that frag off, takes down Aaron. Boaster all towards Dancy's. Fry will get the double back, but all of a sudden it's just Zed and Fry left in a 2 versus 2. Will this defuse come through, or is this going to be a round for Infused? Can they actually get themselves back in the game? Zed eliminates Connor. It's all on Windansky. He falls to Fry, and somehow Team Infused keep themselves in the game for just that tad bit longer.
14-3. We will be seeing XL try and force the issue and try and press their advantage and give away early kills into the buy rounds, the more important rounds. That's one of the things we see, Jack, is where teams have a massive lead, they suddenly think, okay, I'm the player that's going to do it. I'm the player that's going to make that big play. They push through smokes, try and get a 3K. The problem is that this setup, they make it a lot easier for the opposition. They play the slower rounds, and they walk into their crosshairs, walk into their stacks. Anyway, that's going to be the contact play towards the B site, just going to be Luz with the Deagle.
Moving their way up right now as they are going to go for this play in towards B. Luzza can be very effective with the Deagle, but I don't know from this angle how much work he'll be able to do, especially when he's blind. He gets the tag out, but does fall short. Jacob comes over as well, looking to find trying as many tags as he possibly can, and a frag will also be very much liked as he takes down Fry, leaves him in a 4 versus 4 retake. Obviously, they don't have much firepower in their arsenal, but they got confidence.
And no kit. Let's see. MCK holding the angle towards L block. It's going to be a 3-man rotation, or retake, sorry, towards Kitchen, and one player coming from behind us both with the CZ. He has to go huge.
Yeah, they need to try and keep their attention focused towards the players that are in shot right now as they push out different times. Windansky finds a kill with the Deagle. There's the trades back. It's all up to Boaster. He's in the rear. He gets one. Aaron will go down, but the trades come back through. Only 2 players remaining, though, into that round, and they were up against an Eco.
I believe they did force. I'm not quite too sure.
Well, they might have done, mate.
Yeah, I think they had Kevlar on the scout and whatnot. Okay, what I don't want to see is force buy after force buy after force buy, and in their heads thinking, one of these rounds will get it.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it could be 49. You start playing proper CS, and it's too late.
It's true. They have to just try and eco this one out, obviously get those ecos out of the way, get the full buy back in fruition, rock yourself with a full setup. It's going to be interesting to see what they actually opt to go for. As right now, playing it out as a full stack on the A site, Fry is the only one there. But this is just going to be basically aim practice if he walks in.
14-4. 10 round advantage still for Excel. They are on the eco, which means the odds are in favour of the hashtag red armies you mentioned before.
Keep it on brand.
Other brands of
red are available.
Or armies, yeah, are available. Anyway, though, minute left on the clock. You see Infused copying exactly what Excel were doing. Very slow, very passive plays towards top middle. Still want to give away that first kill versus these pistols.
Yeah, just holding down the fort right now, as they don't want to extend too far out. Obviously, once they do get the information, it's going to be very easy to tell that no one is at that B-bomb site. They can then try and get in, get the bomb down, maximize cash, try and not lose weapons as well. Infused, I suppose it doesn't even really matter if they get their economy breaking at this point. If you lose a round, you basically concede the game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have, what, 9 chances of getting everything perfect?
Yeah.
If they make one mistake, it forces OT as a bare minimum. But a full stack towards the A side from Excel. I know they might actually group up together and play for exits towards Kitchen as a 5-man unit. Or maybe towards Short. What's the call going to be?
Well, the only investment's the P250, so they might as well just charge in, try and find the frags if possible. There's no SMGs in play as well, so it's not going to be that big of a cash builder. Looking like they might want to starve them of cash, though, and just hold as they go for a totem pole. It's a free-player boost, mate.
The problem is, if they kill that player on the bottom, it all comes tumbling down.
It does. And then you hit the floor. You probably break your legs from that height as well. When that be in a wheelchair.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, at least a sprained ankle.
You could definitely
break an ankle. Yeah, you agree? All right, good.
You could definitely break an ankle from that height.
Your analysing skills are coming handy there. Yeah, to be honest, I reckon.
Do you know what? You're actually half wrong there, mate.
Yeah, I've got about 7,000 hours in CS. You can break your ankles from that.
Someone's a bit angry. Anyway, 5-2-14, I believe the scoreline is.
Well done.
Cheers, mate. Going to be the buy round. Lazar AWPing, but no Kevlar. So I imagine what they've done is, on their T sides, they're going to be having J-Corp, having Lazar go for the aggressive AK style, and on the CT side, utilize the skill that he has from Lazar and bring the AWP into his domain. But he has no Kevlar, Jack, which means he might not be able to go as aggressive as he'd like.
Yeah, that is very true indeed. As they set themselves up right now, going to go for a classic A take, it seems, as they have the smoke explode. Zed setting up for that CT smoke, everyone else getting in position as well, as they will let them fly through the air at the same time.
Yep, 3 players towards middle from Excel, so they're not going to be anticipating a play like this. Can they catch him off guard? It's going to be the retake coming out. Ooh, some damage being dealt already through the smoke.
Yeah, both have a nice little spam, because he can't afford to waste too much time just spamming through with that M4, so he will have to back off towards close CT. Windansky going to return fire as well, but no one going to receive any of the full force of that, as they will back off. Looking like they want to play quite heavily from ramp. 4 players there.
So, what utility has Infused got left? No smokes to warden off the CT side and delay the push. Molotov and a flashbang, that's it. With their lack of utility, this could still be Excel's round.
It's very true, as they want to try and respond in there. Jacob will get the opening frag as well. Mick now repositions, gets the swift trade back as he needs to get the spray down as well. Dances comes in with a great headshot. Dances with a double. There's Fry. Lazar realizes it's time to get out of there and save that all.
Lazar going for his vintage play. Going to be saving the AWP, and it's going to go 14-6. Slowly but surely, Infused are managing to chain and stack these rounds one after another.
Cheers, Dances.
Cheers, mate, yeah. Put your mic closer to yourself, come on. Rookie mistakes, mate.
It's vintage.
Be an awful caster.
Oh, like you. Buys coming back through, obviously they are just going to be the light investments to the CZs. Have the upgraded pistols with them. They do have the flashbangs to aid them as well. Lazar with a saved stuff he had from the prior round.
Safe stuff, yeah.
I know.
As an op to boot if he wants to. Going to be the same execution from Excel, but then look at this, a 4-man stack from the CT side. Infused going for the set smokes once more. But this time a good read from Ross and co.
Oh, Connor behind them gets a double kill. How has he been allowed to get away with this? Wanted to go for the knife as well, but there's no butchery occurring today. Instead, it's going to be Aaron slaying everyone with his rifle. Boaster will trade back on towards Aaron, though. He's been given a free AK.
Oh
Zed gets the spam on Lazar. That's the all-power commission. They're still pushing in. Bolster is trying to end the game right now. They have bomb control. They just need to hold it. They're in a 2v1.
They can't let the excitement of the moment get ahead of them. They have to keep composure here. They can't overface and throw this one away. 1 versus 2. No Kevlar for these players. They have to play smart angles.
Zed is good in these scenarios, though. He likes to be last alive, to be one of those players that can try and close out the rounds in the awkward spots. We've seen it in the past, but not going to work out today. Windansky takes him down. They're not going out on a whim there, as they will bring it back. Obviously, 1 round away now from locking this down and receiving their victory against Infused.
9 chances to close this iron regulation. If you remember, the crazy comeback that happened when Excel were 15-9 down. The issue is, if Infused want to try and match that, it's 15-6, Jack. It's probably not going to happen. They need to win 9 on the trot and make no mistakes. They just lost versus an Eco as well. There's one AWP, and the AWP didn't get any kills. Somehow, some way, they're forfeiting these rounds, but they definitely should be. Fry one will manage to get the first kill, but apart from that, still Excel's game.
Push coming down right now. Windansky just firing off through the smoke, seeing if he can connect those shots, but no one is going to fall just yet. Obviously, Jacob now swift on his toes as well will make his play through. Let's begin to just hold for the meantime.
1 minute on the clock still. Bomb going towards B apartments. But like how pushed up Jacob is, he's going to have the early information and the early angle as well.
Oh, there's the molly. If Jacob actually just plays on the tight angle, he might be able to bypass Dancy's here unless he goes for the full clear. Turns in time though, nice as he counters the flash. Will spam down, nearly gets the frag, but Fry was able to kill him with the AK, so they're pushing into the site now. Not enough damage really done as well to amount them a victory in this round. Windansky needs to be on point with the rifle, will get one, but couldn't follow up the spam onto Aaron. So it's Boaster and Lazar. Probably just go for a save in a round like this.
2 versus 4. You've got so many opportunities to win this game, to close it out. You may as well just throw in the towel, come back into the next one. You won the last round as well, just an AWP in their arsenal. And now they're going to save the AK as well. They will be reset now, which is big for Infused. The reason being is it's going to go 15-7. If they win versus the next 4 spy, 15-8, then in Eco, 15-9, suddenly there could be a chance.
Very true. There could be a chance indeed, as they will be getting through this round. Obviously, 7 rounds now on the board for them. They've got a whole lot of work ahead of them. Boaster with the angle as well. Zeds won't find him. So he does get taken down. Another frag comes in as well. And they're doing very effective to actually save these weapons.
You know what?
Just loves to fund those frags.
It is impressive how many kills you can get while saving.
Yeah.
I definitely couldn't do that. 15-7.
I wonder how much that's actually going to come back to bite Infused there as well, because their economy can't be that stable.
Then again, the economy makes no difference. The reason being is you lose one, it's over.
That's what I mean, though. But going into what could be the final, like, you know, if they actually do get closed out, they have a weaker buy.
One kill here and there.
Could be horrific for them. Like this as well. Tactical timeout coming out. Obviously, you're at match point. You know you've got overtime at least guaranteed. But you still want to try and talk it out, work out what ideas you can try and switch up. This is where Ross is going to come in very helpful.
It's just a pistol around then. Oh, what a nice shot there from Jacob. Does he get all 3, actually? I believe he does. So
this was so awkward.
I know, it was indeed. Fry having a big mare there. And the thing is as well, that was just to rub salt into the wounds. It was a 13-2 half, and they still win that pistol. And those are 2 nice shots as well to save the AWP. As right now, Excel are probably weighing up the odds. Do you go for the save? Sorry, the eco into this round, or do you buy around these 2 saved weapons?
It's a hard call to make, obviously, and the way you want to structure this and play it out, they're not really in a fantastic position. Neil, still very quiet as well.
But then again, if they win this one, then it is the 4 spot, actually. And that buy is a lot better than I thought it was. They can drop over an M4, have a CZ. Oh, wow, that's actually... Wow, that buy is... I don't think Infused are ready for this. 3 rifles, a CZ, an AWP, kits, Molotovs, good utility. Infused are in for a treat.
So they want to get ready to try and take mid-control here. The push is going to come around. Dancy's scoped in as well. He's got support from Mick and Zed as this terrifying trio could start to rain a little bit of terror towards mid.
Infused having a different style of approach to the way they take middle. Excel, they go for the window smoke. They do the amazing flashes, and then they peek everything in unison. Infused, a much faster approach, you could say. Straight towards top mid, and they smoke window from back boxes. And now Aaron can come in towards underpass. This is a very standard mid take. This might mean an A split, especially now you see 2 players towards A as well.
So you try and go through connector. There's no one immediately there on the other side. Obviously, closest player is going to be Connor. He's been knocked down to 57 HP. He's playing from tight window as he will actually be repositioning, but Lazar takes down Dancy's. That's a big impact kill. Boaster could be massive as well. He just needs to be on point, but they spot him out. Aaron, definitely who you want going for the entries as he's crisp as ever. But the trades are coming back through. Zed as well, but a bit of panic takes down Windansky eventually, and it's into a 2v2.
Bomb retrieved. No kits run out into the arsenal for the remaining CT players, but there are kits scattered around the map. Let's see. Good utility right now for Zed and Fry1, but they're lacking a smoke grenade to plant the bomb in or to shroud one of these choke points. They can't smoke off CT. They have to hold it pure aim.
Oh, Zed can try and go for the plant. He has support from Fry, but Fry was blocked. He couldn't fully peek out. Connor takes him down. They might have just thrown the game right there, Snods. It's all on Fry. He has to try and push through. He doesn't realize there's a man behind him. XL pick up the victory. It's a 16-7 scoreline. Fantastic stuff as they live up to their name. They excel ahead and lock it down. Infused, absolutely demolished.
Finally, they're able to bring together a win. It took them 2 weeks. They've had their close games and their fair share of harsh losses, but finally the hard work pays off. And you can see the new tactics they brought in, the strategies that really did catch Infused off guard. They weren't ready for the level of play that Excel brought to the party.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it was just... It looked like they had way too much time before they were able to get their heads in the game. They couldn't work out what they wanted to do. There was no real structure there. Everything just kept going wrong for them. They let it slip away, and XL just dominated because they had the chance.
Will this loss come back to bite Infused if they won't have a chance of making it to top 4 once we do come into the later weeks of the Season 2 Elite Series? Because when you think of it right now, the way that the Envious Academy are looking, is there potentially an extra spot for a UK team to try and slide in there?
Yeah, it's true. Obviously, the UK team's taking this victory over against European teams right now, proving that they're starting to get a lot more wind underneath their wings, showing good stuff. When it comes down to domestic games as well, it's always interesting to see results go in this way.
Question is now, for Infused, are they going to try and go back and rethink their approach to this? Because if you remember what happened, right? Exact flip of what, well, exactly, what's the word I'm looking for? Stark contrast, there you go. Last week, they were 11-0 up, and this week, they were 11-0 down. The problem is, last week versus Envious, they prepared for the whole week. They were ready for everything that the French side was ready to bring to the party and bring towards them. And this week, it seems like they were a bit overconfident, I imagine. I mean, everyone on the desk as well, 4 out of 4 predictions, thinking that the hashtag Red Army would take it, Infused are going to be the winners, but instead, Excel, they did exactly what Infused did last week. New strategies, counter strategies as well. And on the T side, they read Infused like a book.
They did indeed. And obviously, it was lovely to see Lazza, players that were coming out with a rifle, just looking a whole lot better, obviously. If that's a standpoint that the team is now going to run with, it looked good.
Obviously, the issue is the skill, well, not the skill ceiling, but the ceiling that the team has now that they're lacking the AWP play. But nevertheless, so far, so very good.
Yeah, very true indeed. Can't wait to see what more XL can do as they develop, obviously, as a team, looking better and better every time they come back into effect. But someone that always looks better every time you see him, it's SEO on the desk.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Thank you very much, Snods. A great match we just watched there. A very, very convincing victory for Excel, getting that 16-7. Finally, 2 weeks in, they get that first result. What did you see from that match? What happened to Infused? Harold, you said they were looking a bit confused at times.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they were unfused. I'd say they got defused there. Infused.
Laughing, isn't it?
Sorry. No, not the greatest of performances there from Infused. I mean, the first half, if they started the way they finished, they would have had a chance, but they got off to such a bad start. They had no momentum. They were a bit tilted, and they just weren't going to play well. For the record, not on my tiptoes, not standing on a box, just standing like a normal person stands.
For once.
Yeah. Ezio, how did you see that match?
Yeah, it was a completely different XL side of Mirage. Like, first season, they kept on doing the same stuff, and slowly people got used to what they were doing and they were able to counter it. This season, it looks completely different. You know, Jacob's picking up the AWP, different like defaults. It's a really good side so far.
Yeah, indeed. Now, you know, and I just want to point it out, that you guys, the experts, all went for, I don't classify myself as an expert, I just keep things moving along. You all went for Infused, I went for Excel, and you're damn right, someone shouted it, yes, I should have my own graphic. 2 out of 2 of the ones I predicted.
No one shouted.
That's enough from me. Let's get down the coach, Ross, and let's get Boaster from Excel. Here they come. Come on down, gentlemen. Come on, Chloe. Yes.
Give me some love it. Do the handshake. Give me some love it.
Do a handshake. Come and join us. Do you know what? I want to say, what I was going to say was, for the last 2 weeks, he's been an imposter, but now Boaster is properly back. Which, is that fair to say? The haircut's done you well.
Like I said, if you're going to feel fresh, you're going to play fresh. That's why you get a haircut before a game.
I love it. And would you recommend your barber?
No, I asked for a trim and they cut too much off, so... But you know what? I make it work.
You do indeed. Listen, it's so exciting. I mean, I just want to say the experts thought that Infused were going to get this win, Ross. How do you take that? The only person on the desk era that's backed you boys was myself. I don't want to go on about it, but yes, indeed. But listen, gentlemen, let's talk through. Last week, not getting your strategies off, and you were to blame for one of those. I remember chatting to you afterwards. You didn't send your Molotov through when you should have done. Ross, your coach, was very angry about that. What have you done differently to get this win this week?
We refreshed our T side a lot. Like last season, we got really stale eventually, and everyone could read what we were doing. So Jacob took 2 days off work and on Thursday and Friday, and we spent loads of time. We kind of messed with their heads as well. They had no idea what map we were playing. They were practicing train. We've pretended to practice train. So they spent, I don't know, they only played maybe 3 or 4 games, and half of them were on train. So and we always knew it was going to be Mirage. And we refreshed our T side, and it was probably, in credit to Jake, it was probably the best T half I've ever seen him call. He made some phenomenal decisions mid-round. And then players made sacrifices. Luzza made the sacrifice to stop opping T-side, and without a doubt, he's probably the best AK rifler in the UK. He's absolutely phenomenal.
Sublime.
And it's improved Jake's game as well, Jake M's game. So it's just people making sacrifices at work and in game, and it's paid off today.
Indeed. I like the fact that you interject in every single moment. You're like his hype man.
I'm like hype man, admin, sublime, lit.
I'm going to ask SEO and Harold what they noticed from the gameplay. We talked about their T side. They've definitely improved that on Mirage, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely. It was a lot more fresh. There was at one point, actually, when Jake first picked up the AWP, I think you guys have been you smoke window right from the start. You threw it anyway, but normally you wait for it to bloom, then you'd flash yourselves out. He just peeked out, killed, I think it was Orange. They were planning to push up mid.
Yeah.
It was just like, well, caught them off. There was also a round after their pause that you guys did an A execute. It was around that Luzza got that crazy 3K off the stairs.
He was literally like shooting him at the time and screaming. I was just screaming next to him. We weren't even communicating that he's killing everyone. We're just both screaming like, ah! It was sick.
Listen, let's have a look at that round that you're talking about right now, Boaster.
So I don't know how Connor actually managed to get that kill.
Here it comes.
Here we go.
I'm dead, but I see this, and here it comes.
And it was just noise.
I don't know. He's adapted so well to the role. You know, and he obviously loves AWPing, and it's a sacrifice for him to make. He's the ultimate hybrid player. He can do everything whenever we need him to AWP, whenever we need him to rifle. He's a god with pistols as well. He's phenomenally talented.
Well, I want to just put a pause in that moment. You get your breath back for a second. Well done, gentlemen. Because I'm going to throw it up to Lottie, because I want to find out what Neil M is thinking.
Thanks, Tom. Well, Neil, I would say it's a pleasure to talk to you, but not in these circumstances. I mean, let's have a quick recap of the game. It was a really bad start for you guys. What was happening as a team, and what was different from last week?
We just played dreadful. It's probably the worst CT side we've ever done. I mean, we just gave them too much respect. We should have focused more on our game. I mean, like Ross said, we all knew it was going to be Mirage, but they just put in a lot more work, and they were practicing all week, and fair play, we need more teams like that in the UK. I mean, I said it season 1. Hats off to them. They played unbelievable. They knew exactly what we were doing and just countered us every time. Like there was nothing we could do. We were just too defensive, and we just showed them too much respect for some reason. So,
is there anything in particular you guys are now going to work on going into next week? You've got Method to play next week. Is there anything that you've got to bring to this game?
Well, I was confident against XL, but we got smashed. But we have to forget about that. It's a 7-week event. It doesn't matter if. From that result, if we get the top 4, that's our only aim. So coming to Method, I'm confident we can beat them.
Yeah, well, you can still get to top 4, Neil. It's still in the bag. Next week, bring a new, fresh, infused team. Tom, that's what Neil had to say.
Thank you very much, Lottie. Commiserations to Neil M. Ross, I'm talking.
Sorry, man, sorry.
Thank you. Unbelievable. We're not in your coach mode now. Right, listen, Neil M is going to come back stronger next week, I am sure. Let's listen to the guys the energy in the Gfinity arena. They know what's at stake. Let's have a look at the results today and what that means for the standings right now. Because exciting things, obviously 3 wins in a row for Epsilon. And then at the bottom, you can see Prophecy not getting another win this week. So that's 3 non-results for them, not even a point. But look at that, Reason Gaming getting that 16-13. Prophecy 7-16 against Epsilon. Team Envious, another loss for them against Method. And then, as you just saw, Team Infused 7, Excel with 16. Results standing out to you, boys. Ross, Boaster, for the shock loss. What about that Reason against Endpoint?
I don't know. I think everyone can beat anyone this season. It's way more open than it was last season. There was a clear best team in maybe Epsilon or Envious last season. Envious have seemed to somewhat gone in decline. It's hard to judge. They're BO1, so it's really kind of, there's so much randomness involved. You win both pistols, you have a huge chance of winning the game. So, you know, it's really, I think, From now, I can't pick a top 4. I think obviously Epsilon have 3 on the bounce now, and they have some good players, and they're even winning with their coach in the team. So maybe I'll get to play a few games.
Maybe you will, Russ. This is the celebration. This is what it means to you, gentlemen. Now I can tell you, looking with a little time left in the show today, we get to see you guys here celebrating. Your next match is against Prophecy, guys that haven't managed to get a result. Is this the Excel's opportunity now to start building up that momentum?
Oh, we're coming. We're coming for Prophecy, and then the week after that, we're coming for whoever we're playing. We're just gonna steamroll over them. We're like a wave.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are, but we're riding over them. Bye now.
Okay, take care. The socks were amazing that you are wearing. Listen, I want to say a massive thank you to Snods Jackie about there, Lottie as well. SEO, Herald, it's going to be an exciting week for Ross and Boaster. An exciting thing today. And listen, gentlemen, there we go. We go into week 4. So much has gone on today. Listen, so that concludes another week of the Elite Series. It had everything you could want. Tons of kills, clutches galore, and an upset victory, and a brand new Boaster haircut. Just want to see it one more time. Oh, dapper. Listen, make sure you get yourselves back here next week when we do it all again. Now, get out of here. You heard me. Off you go.
I think we can expect a lot of sick frags and a lot of cool clips.
That's fantastic. Reason Gaming get that 16th round.
Epsilon, the only undefeated team.
Tech somehow does it at 16-7 scoreline. Haji, ridiculous. Medford pick up the victory.
When we're done with them, they're going to be called Infused.
Lazar just goes huge. It's a hat trick from Lazar. Excel pick up the victory.